We got Joey.
Guys, I'm pretty excited because Joe Rogan finally got a local, unknown Austin comic on his show to, give them a boost in their career. And it's really... What's that? Oh, you got Dr. Phil on.
Joe Rogan Podcast.
Check it out.
The Joe
Rogan Experience. All day, all
Train
night.
my day,
Joe
Joe
all
Rogan
day,
Podcast,
all day.
What do you got there? You got detailed notes?
Well, I got some statistics I might talk about. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't.
You're a voice of reason. How do we fix this world?
Oh, hell yeah. And Dr. Phil in the house. Guys, a lot of people give me a little bit of a hard time because they're like,
Joe's a bad guy. You're giving Joe a pass.
But guys, I want to do a little bit of a trigger warning here because things get a little bit heated in this exchange between Joe and Phil.
I hope you get ass cancer and die, you son of a bitch. I'll
Jesus,
cut your
Phil.
throat. I'll come to your house and kill your children.
Phil!
Are you kidding me?
Give him a break, Phil.
What is...
No!
Shut the fuck up.
Whoa! Jesus, Joe, he's a senior citizen. Bring it back down, Joe.
But, okay, so this is...
Okay, but this is 2 minutes and 30 seconds into this clip, okay? And I honestly, watching this, I was like, Dr. Phil, he just seems like an old grandpa or whatever. I kind of want to like him. And he hits us with this.
You don't reward bad behavior. I mean, the world is a meritocracy.
Okay.
And we've somehow lost that. All of a sudden, we're paying people not to work.
Oh.
More than they get if they work.
Right.
And then we say, what happened to the supply chain? Well, you paid everybody not to work. That's what happened to the supply chain.
Shut the fuck up.
I agree with Dr. Phil here, okay? It's sick. We've been paying people to not work. And one example, I'll give you an example of people that we've been paying to not work, okay? Fake doctors on TV who we've been paying millions of dollars to not work for 25 years. God damn you, Dr. Phil, you little ungrateful little puke.
You're kind of like a snotty-faced bitch.
I think it's okay to shout down somebody you disagree with.
Huh? Oh, wow, they do this?
To protest and run them off campus. You don't listen to them, you get rid of them. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to see it. You don't want to have anything to do with it. They protest and yell them down.
Oh.
What's that about?
I don't know.
They don't want to hear it. And I think that we're coddling this whole generation, and when they get out of school and get into the world where that's not going to happen, they're going to be competitive, we're going to have a real problem because in a global economy, we're going to fall behind.
Because of the fact of that we're competing on a global stage. Not that kids needed to be in school to, reach their highest potential and to live fulfilled lives and to be empowered and to make the world better. No, because
We need to fight China. We need to get the...
I don't know what in God's name the people who watch the Joe Rogan show get out of stuff like this. I get these doctors that he gets on who are like, yeah, if you eat, a steak every morning and eat a raw egg and, take a dump. And if you take a dump at the same time every day, you'll get a beautiful girlfriend or whatever. These weird health tips. I totally get that. All this is two out of touch, two guys who have been completely out of touch from the real world for half their lives, basically. What do you get out of this? They're telling you to get back to work and that you need to do good in math in school so that we can win against China.
With garbage bins filled with needles that they cleaned off the street.
Okay, then we get into Joe's favorite topic, which is homelessness in LA. We gotta solve this, man. We gotta solve this. Because, frankly, I don't like looking at them. Now, come on, guys. Let's be nice. Let's be nice. Be fair. Okay, here we go.
And this is the scope of the problem.
Exactly.
This is the scale of the problem that people don't see.
Yep.
Yeah, and people see pictures. They see it on TV. They see it, on some site.
Yes.
What they don't get is the smell
Okay.
that these people are living in.
Homeless people.
And the neighborhoods around it. It's
like nice neighborhoods, gated neighborhoods that celebrity fake doctors live in. The smell. I got the smell. I look at, I see somebody, I'm like, hey, yuck. But Joe goes on and on about homelessness specifically in LA, because LA is a liberal place where it's run completely by drag queens and transgender people, and they're just ruining it with their ideology. LA's a bougie place. Yes, it has a huge homelessness problem, but these guys refuse to look into why there's a big homelessness problem. I don't know why they refuse to look into this, but I had a whole totally open mind in why is there so much homelessness in LA. It's totally obvious if you look into it at all, from the Los Angeles Times from a couple months ago. Cause of homelessness, it's not drugs or mental illness, researchers say. Oh, I wonder what it is. Pretty soon it became very clear that rental costs and vacancy rates were by far the biggest predictor of rates of homelessness in a community. Blah, 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 blah. We've talked about this before. It's obvious. You know, it's all with Dr. Phil. It's just, people need to meet Oprah, I guess. We all need to meet Oprah. And Oprah puts our little ass on a show. And then then no problem. You live in a mansion and you look at homeless people and say, yeah.
Life quote. One of the girls who threw the soup at the Van Gogh the other day, Patrick Bet David interviewed her, and he goes, may I ask your pronouns? And she said, she, he, they.
Look at Dr. Phil.
No, she was fucking serious. The other one was they, them, and this one girl was she, he, they.
Oh, wow. Look at Phil. Yeah, so whatever. I followed this down the rabbit hole. You know, Joe will say something, and I'll be like, okay, gotta look this up. Because if it's with Joe, it's maybe like 15% accurate most of the time. So I tracked down what he's talking about, and, you know, originally I think most of us were like, the soup kids suck. Soup kids can kiss my ass or whatever. Now I'm a full supporter of the soup kids.
Sometime we had it like 3-4 days ago, and then we ended up doing it today.
Is he running this goddamn mic through like a flanger filter? What the
At what point did the climate crisis become a concern of yours? Do you remember how old you were when the climate crisis became a concern of yours?
So in 2018, I started finally trying to do something about that. So 2018 is when Extinction Rebellion really became popular in the UK. And that's when I started getting involved in marches, in petitions, in writing letters to my member of parliament. But then I realized that none of that made a difference.
Let me just take a look here. What was I doing when I was their age? Okay, I was ordering DVDs when Netflix still had DVDs through the mail. Eating treats. Let's see what else. Oh, okay. The rest is blank.
Right. Well, go ahead, Katie.
So yesterday, a lady that was involved in a car crash, actually linked to one of my circle of friends, she died because an ambulance couldn't get through because your protesters, Just Stop Oil, were blocking the road and the ambulance couldn't get through in time. She couldn't get the help she needed and she died. Earlier you said that you are a peaceful protester. My friend is dead. How do you answer that?
Excellent question.
We have a blue light policy, which means whenever we have roadblocks, as soon as we hear sirens...
Don't answer that question. As her lawyer, I say she won't answer that because it's what we call in the legal profession a stupid question. That's the level of intellect at Patty Bet David's channel. So first of all, that story is 100% bullshit. But second of all, don't ever do a protest or any civil unrest because a car may not be able to get through at some point. Thank you. End of argument.
Actually linked to one of my circle of friends. She died. My friend is dead.
Actually linked to one of my circle of friends. She died. My friend is dead.
Shut the fuck up.
My friend was going to the hospital, but you prevented my friend from going to the hospital and they died. Oh, really? What's that friend's name? But McGreg's...
Fitmore Trip Tipston is his name.
This is one of those moments where I know this lady, not her, this lady here. I know she's sitting on a set for the dumbest program that's ever existed in humanity, besides maybe Tim Pool. She's sitting on a set that they made to look like a bank deposit box area. So these guys are like LARPing as finance guys. this lady has to have the thought of like, what have I become? What I'm on here shouting at these young people who are just trying to do the right thing. What am I doing? What am I doing? She takes the headphones off and just walks into the distance.
How much more expensive do you think fuel's going to be, Phoebe? Or is it that you're just spouting out words that you and your friend think look good? How is it related to stopping oil to throw soup over a painting in a gallery? How is that related? How is it helping the poorest people in my country?
Calm it down,
I
lady.
understand that right now fossil fuels are subsidized 32 times more than renewables, even though renewables are 9 times cheaper. Would you rather your bills were £3,500 or £400?
I would.
I guarantee this lady sitting in front of a fake bank deposit box area has an excellent answer to this one.
Let's hear it. Oh, cup of tea. Cup of tea, love. There we go.
Rather that you and your friends stopped wreaking havoc in the city of London. I'd rather you stop throwing soup over paintings, stop putting orange paint on the windows of Harrods, stop sitting in roads so that my friend couldn't get the treatment that she needed. And I'd rather you went out, worked a bit. Maybe you could do some litter picking on a beach. Maybe.
Good answer, lady.
London calling. I just got owned by a little kid on a stupid podcast. Oh, how dare you!
Okay, so the whole reason we got here to this totally unrelated to Joe video was because of this entire exchange. This is what Joe took from this.
As you guys are, so respect on that. But there is a famous quote out there that says, when you're young and if you're not liberal, you have no heart. But as you get older, if you're not a conservative, you have no brain. So you guys are going to figure that out along the way. We all are. So respect to you. Here are my 2 questions. Legitimately, what pronouns do you identify with? That's number 1. Number 2, if there's 100 of your friends in a room and you talk about your top issues that you care about.
So I use they, she, he pronouns, whatever you're in the mood for.
So I use they, she, he pronouns, whatever you're in the mood for.
Of this 21-minute, just like, what? Why is this adult nerd sitting in a studio with a fake bank deposit box area? That's what Joe took from it.
What pronouns do you identify with?
So I use they, she, he pronouns, whatever you're in the mood for.
I mean, I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm pro climate change now. Actually, I think we just need to sweep.
So I use they, she, he pronouns, whatever you're in the mood for.
They're like so not triggered. They're just saying their piece, putting out their message. Patrick Bett's crew is just having a sustained meltdown.
She works at a school that had to install a litter box in the girls' room.
No!
Because the other one was they, them, and this one girl was she, he, they.
Yeah, okay. Look at Phil.
I mean, this is the kind of logic that a person would throw soup on. Generally speaking, Chinese people look Chinese.
Generally, I agree with.
On an incredibly valuable piece of art and then glue themselves to a wall to make a statement. You could be everything you want to be, kids. You could be a she, he, they.
Whatever you're in the mood for.
My question.
Hey, Phil, chime in on this. What do you got to say?
I guess for anyone that...
Great point, Dr. Phil. Thanks so much. Have a good night. Well, I wanted to give Dr. Phil a chance to respond to all the crap that I'm saying here, so I sent him this video, and he responded. So let's check it out. Here it is.
You are transphobic.
No, I'm not, Phil. Don't start with this, okay? And I think you've been drinking. Any other unfounded accusations you want to throw at me, Dr. Phil?
You are homophobic.
No, I'm not, Phil. So Dr. Phil has clearly lost his goddamn mind. Joe, what do you think about Dr. Phil?
He looks troubled.
Whoa, Joe, come on. Okay, so there we go. Joe making fun of an elderly man. It's pretty sick stuff, and it's pretty sad. But guys, thank you so much for watching. You know what it is. You know what day it is, and we're not even going to talk about it because we're so happy. Maybe you could do this. Maybe you could do this on some soup. Oh!
Whatever you're in the mood for.
Love the guys so much. Hope you're having a good week, guys. And I'll talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.
Hey guys.
Guess what? You're not even getting the whole show. If you want every episode and a whole bunch of other
Subscribe on Patreon.
subscribe on Patreon for as little as 2 bones. Just click the stupid little link below the video in the comments.
See, right there.
There you go. Click it, and that, yep. When you become a patron for as little as 2 bones, you get the Tuesday, Thursday, patron-only episodes. You also get the weekly Book-a-Blega show where we talk about important books. The questions and comments thing where you can ask questions and make comments and all this crap.
And the weekly behind-the-scenes show. All for less than the price of a rancid Charleston chew.
And for only 25 putrid little dollars,
You could become a producer.
that's right, support the show and get your name up here. Look at these people. Look at these people. It make the show possible. Okay? God. I mean, without these beautiful people, this show goes straight into the dumpster. A rotten, just wet, disgusting dumpster. Behind a restaurant. So there's old milk in there. That's where this show ends up without these people. Is that what you want? Okay, I guess it's what you want. I'll just leave. Nope, it's done. It's too late. Okay? Here we go. Here's the dump truck. Come to pick up the show. This is what would happen with no producers. Thank you.